tall, turning the palms facing up and closing the eyes down. In these first few breaths, all you have to do is relax and tune in. Noticing the body from head to toes. Begin to slow and deepen the breath. Deep inhales through the nose, exhales through the mouth. Feel a settling in to the body. And then take a moment to set an intention for your practice, set the tone for your day, choosing what you will focus on. We'll take one more full deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you open your eyes again, you can turn the hands over on the knees and we'll separate the feet a little bit wide. From here, we'll lean gently forward and look down in between the feet and take a few deep breaths. You are trying to keep the knees spreading wide enough that you begin to feel a stretch. And then gently sit back up. From here, we'll twist towards the right and look over the shoulder. Take a few deep breaths. The right shoulder is pulling gently behind you. And we're breathing here, just noticing how the body feels as you're twisting. Unwind from this. We'll twist towards the left, letting the left shoulder pull back behind you. You're turning the head just enough that you begin to feel a little stretching, feeling the twisting through the waist and the rib cage. Full deep breaths. And then unwind from this. From here, we'll lean forward again. Knees are still spreading wide. Keep a little strength in your low belly so that as you lean forward, you have some support for your back. You're leaning forward enough that you begin to feel that stretching sensation through your legs, through your hips, or even through your low back. And then you focus on breathing. Gently sit back up. We'll keep sitting tall as we twist again to the right shoulder pulling behind you, turning just enough to start to feel that twist through the rib cage and the waist. The head turns until you can't turn it any further, and then the eyes try to move a little further back. Gently unwind from this, and we'll twist to the left. Still sitting tall as you twist. The left shoulder is pulling behind you. You're turning the head until you can't go any further, and then you let the eyes try to move a little further back. Breathe deeply through this, feeling that twisting sensation through your back and your rib cage. And unwind from this. Then we'll lean forward one more time. The knees are still spreading wide. Keep breathing deeply no matter how far you get into this. Those full deep breaths. If you don't tend to get dizzy, you'll let the head hang down a bit more. If you do tend to get dizzy, keep your head lifted above heart level. Keep some strength in the low belly no matter how far you go. Gently sit back up, and then we'll twist one more time to the right. Keep some length in the spine. Let the right shoulder pull behind you. Feel that twisting through the waist and the rib cage. Breathe deeply. Let the eyes move further back. Keep a little strength in your low belly. And then unwind from this. Keep lengthening through this as you twist to the left. The left shoulder is pulling behind you. Stay with that steady breath, turning your head, letting the eyes move a little further back. Strength in the low belly. Hold here. And unwind from this. From here, hands can stay on the knees. Gentle torso circles, little circles through the waist. And then switch direction of those circles. And then you can stop. We'll lean over the right leg and look down towards the foot. The knees are spreading wide as you hold here and breathe. Gently sit back up, and we can lean over the left leg, looking down towards the foot. Again, we'll just hold here and breathe. And gently sit back up. You'll lean over the right leg again, looking down towards the foot. Knees are still spreading wide if possible. There is some strength in your low belly. Full deep breaths, trying to relax into some of the tight places. Hold here. Gently sit back up, and we'll lean over the left leg, looking down towards the foot. A little strength in the low belly as you lean over the leg. You never force anything in the body. Just notice when you begin to feel any resistance or stretching, and then you focus on the breathing. Full deep breaths to help the body relax. And gently sit back up. Now this time, as you lean over the right leg, the right hand could start to go down towards the foot. The knees are still spreading wide. Pay attention to your body. Move slowly enough that you can stop at the very beginning of that resistance or stretching sensation. Now, if it's easy to reach the foot, you could reach more towards the front of the foot. Keep breathing deeply. As you start to sit up, let the hand slowly come back up the leg, and we'll switch sides. Let the left hand slide down the leg. Again, move slowly enough that you can pause when you start to feel any resistance or stretching. You don't want to force the body. You always want to ease the body into movements. The knees are still spreading wide. And if it is easy to reach the foot, you can begin to reach towards the front of the foot. Wherever you get to, we hold here for a few more breaths. Slowly start to sit back up, bringing the hand back up to the knee. From here, we'll sway gently from side to side. You can move at your own pace as you sway. You are trying to lean far enough that you begin to feel some stretching sensation. If you're really tight through the back or through the sides, it may not take much of a lean. If you tend to be a bit more open, you might have to lean a bit further to feel anything. Just noticing the body, keep it slow so that you don't overdo it. Now this next time that you sit back up through center, you're going to stay sitting up tall. We're going to lean towards the right and just look down beside the chair. Again, keeping this gentle. You want to feel like both sides of your bottom are pressed down into the chair. As you lean to the right, your weight's going to try to go more towards the right side. Keep that left side pressed down. That takes a little bit more muscular engagement, and it may limit how far you go, and that's okay. One more breath. Gently sit back up. You're going to lean towards the left. Again, you're trying to keep both sides of the bottom pressed down to the chair. You move slowly enough that when you start to feel any resistance or any effort in your body, pause. Just breathe. Keep a little strength in your low belly as you're leaning. You want to make sure that you're keeping some strength, even pressing down through those both sides of your bottom to stay engaged. And sit back up with this. You're going to do this again, leaning towards the right. Again, trying to stay really strong through this. Strong through the belly, pressing down into the chair. Just breathe here. It does not matter how far you can go. Just focus on the breath and relaxing in some of those tight places. Sit back up with this. You're going to lean towards the left. Again, pressing down into the chair. Stay strong through the belly. Breathe deeply. Hold here. Gently sit back up through this. From here, we're going to exhale, lean just a little bit forward. Inhale, sit up, and lean just a little bit back. Again, exhale forward. Inhale, sit up, and lean just a little bit back. And once more. A little bit forward. Inhale up and a little bit back. And then you'll sit up tall again. We're just going to bring the chin down towards the chest. Let the shoulders soften and round in as you do this. As the chin tucks down, you are looking for some stretching sensation through the neck. Take a few breaths. Now lift the chin up. Pull the shoulders gently back. You're going to look up. Just start to tilt the head up. The chin starts to lift, but don't go too far. The upper back is squeezing gently together. Let the chin drop down, shoulders soften and round in again. And then lift the chin gently up, pull the shoulder blades together on the back, the upper back engages, hold here. And once more, you're going to gently round this in, chin tucks down. Lift the chin and pull the shoulders gently back, look up. And look straight ahead. From here, we'll bring the legs a little bit closer in, about hip width apart. Now you can hold on to the knees. We're going to do a little bit more with our chest pushing forward, and then we'll be rounding. So you're going to inhale and try to push the chest forward and squeeze the shoulder blades back, look slightly up, and then you'll exhale and round, almost like you're scooping out through the middle and the chin tucks in. You'll inhale, push the chest forward, squeeze the shoulders back, and exhale, round. Again. Inhale, push the chest forward, squeeze gently back, looking for an arching, and then you're going to exhale and you're trying to round the back. 2 more times. Gently push the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and round. 1 more time, moving with the breath. Inhale as you push the chest forward, squeezing the shoulders back, and exhale as you round. Now sit up tall through this. We're just going to shimmy our shoulders and do a little shoulder dance. You can twist the waist just a little bit. Good. And then you can stop. We'll bring the hands to the knees and we'll lean gently forward. As you lean forward, just notice how it feels. If you don't tend to get dizzy, the head could hang down. And you could have the hands go down to the outsides of the feet if that feels good. Now, if that feels too compressed, you would keep your hands on the knees instead. So just pay attention to your body. We'll take another breath here. Now, if your hands were down by the feet, slide them back up to the knees. We're going to all sit up tall. Once you're sitting up tall, bring both arms up. And exhale, the hands can come back down. Again, we're going to inhale up. And exhale, hands to the knees. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale, back down. Now separate your feet just a little bit wider. We're going to inhale the arms up in the shape of a Y. Exhale, and hands come back down. And again, inhale up. Exhale, bring this back down. And once more, inhale up. And exhale, back down. Now we're going to exhale and reach the right arm across the body, going to a twist. Inhale as you release that. You'll switch. Exhale, reach across. Inhale, release. Again, we switch. Exhale, reach across. Inhale, release, and switch. Exhale, reach across. And release. 1 more time on each side. Exhale, reach across. Inhale, release, and switch. Exhale, reach across. And release. Now we're going to have the right arm reach up and across to the left. We're going to do this 3 times. The hand is slightly in front of you so you can look up towards it. We'll bring this back in. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, right arm goes up and to the left. You could even lean a little bit to the left. And release. 1 more. Exhale as you reach up and across, a little lean, and release. Now we'll switch sides. Left arm goes up and to the right. The hand is just slightly ahead of you so you can look up towards it. And bring this back in 2 more times. Exhale as you reach up and across, a little bit of a lean, and release. We've got 1 more. Reaching up and across, a little lean, and release. Now we're going to lean over the right leg. The left hand will come down and across. Now you can take your time with this. If you know you tend to be a little tight, you can just slide the hand down the leg until you feel that stretch. If you're more open, you could start to reach towards the outside of the right foot. Try to keep the left leg a bit more active so the knee is still pulling wide on that left side, especially if it's starting to feel easy here. Keep some strength in the belly. You are looking to have some twisting sensation through the torso and back. And gently start to sit back up. You're going to switch sides, leaning over the left leg with the right hand coming down and across. Again, breathe deeply here. Notice the body. It can feel very different from one side to the other. Never force it. You're just finding that spot where you feel some stretching or resistance and you breathe. Hold here. Gently, slowly start to sit this back up. We're going to switch sides again. Leaning over the right leg with the left hand coming down and across. Knees are still spreading wide if possible. Remember, it's okay to put some effort into the movement, but it should never feel like you're straining. You are looking for a stretch. You are looking for that effort that says, yes, I'm struggling to stay here just enough that you can feel the stretching, but not so much that it hurts. Gently sit back up through this, and we're going to switch sides. You're going to lean over that left leg, right hand coming down and across. Again, you are looking for some twisting sensation through this. The knees can keep spreading wide, especially if this is feeling easy for you. Keep breathing deeply and noticing your body. If it ever feels like you've gone too far, you could always back it up some. If you're feeling good here, just stay here. Slowly, gently start to sit this back up. From here, hands can stay on the knees, little torso circles. You can keep these gentle, just trying to loosen everything up. And switch direction of those circles. Good. And then you can stop. From here, we're going to take the right hand and reach over and across to the left hip. So you're going to do this little twist and look down to the left. And then you'll release this. We're going to do that 2 more times. You'll exhale as the right hand comes down and across that left hip. And release that. We're going to do that 1 more time. Right hand goes across the left hip, a little twist, and release. Now we'll take the left hand over and across to that right hip. Look down to the right, and release 2 more times. You'll exhale as that left hand comes across to that right hip, a little twist, and release. And 1 more time, bringing that hand across to the hip and release. So now we're going to do these and hold just a little bit longer. You'll take the right hand to the outside of the left hip, a little bit of a twist to the left, and you can look down to the left. Try to keep the knees a little wide. There's some strength in the belly. And if you still have some space to move into this, you could lean a little bit to the left, but don't overdo it here. Take a few more deep breaths. Gently release this. You're going to switch sides. Have that left hand come across the right hip. Again, there is some twisting sensation. You want to feel the twist, but don't overdo it. Take a few breaths here, and if you still have space to move, you could lean just a little bit to the right. Make sure those knees are still spreading wide, and you have some strength in the low belly. Gently release this 1 more time on each side. Right hand comes across that left hip, a little twist. Now, if you felt something right away, you don't have to add on to it. You only do extra when you're starting to feel like you need a bit more. Legs are still wide. You could lean just a little bit to the left. Stay strong through the belly. Gently release this. We're going to switch. So our last one, left hand to the right hip. Again, if you felt it right away, don't push through it. If you have more space to move, knees are still spreading wide, there's a strength in your belly and a slight lean to the right. Gently release this. Hands to the knees, those little torso circles again. Keep it small. And switch direction of those circles. And then you can stop. We'll bring these legs a little closer in. We're about hip width apart with the feet and the knees. You're just gonna lean forward and look down towards the toes and take a few deep breaths. Breathe so deeply that you feel the back expanding and contracting. Gently sit back up. Once you're sitting up tall, we're going to stretch the right arm up overhead. And release. And the left arm up. And release. Again, right arm goes up. And release. Inhale, left arm up. And release. One more time on each side. Inhale up. Exhale, release, and switch. Inhale up. Exhale, release. We're going to roll both shoulders forward now, shrugging up and around. And roll those shoulders back. Good. And then you can stop. We'll bring just the right arm down beside us. We'll inhale, start to sweep the arm up. And exhale, sweep it back down to the side. Again, you'll inhale up, even look up as the arm comes up. Exhale, bring it down and look down. We have one more. We'll inhale up. And exhale down. Bring the hand back to the knee. We're going to switch sides. Left arm, we inhale up, look up. Exhale down, and you can look down. And again, we inhale up, look up. Exhale down and look down. One more. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Then you can bring both arms down beside you. Just kind of shake it out. Good. Then we're going to have our palms facing forward, fingers a little wide. We'll inhale, pull the arms back. And we'll exhale, round forward into this. You could bend the elbows and let one arm kind of cross over the other, tuck the chin in. You're going to inhale, open. Exhale, round this in. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And then bring the hands back to the knees and sit up tall. We're going to exhale, reach the right arm forward as you lean forward. Inhale, sit back up, and we'll switch. Exhale, lean forward, reach forward with the left hand. Inhale, back up. Again, exhale, lean forward, reach with that right hand. Inhale, back up. Exhale, lean forward, reach with the left hand. Inhale, back up. This next one we're going to hold a little longer. You're going to reach that right hand forward. Try to stretch through this. Pull the low belly slightly in and up. Hold here for one more breath. And then we bring it back in and we switch. Left arm, we lean forward, reach. We're going to hold here. Just keep breathing. And sit back up with this. Good. From here, we're going to take a step out to the right, that right foot. And bring it back in. We're going to do that 2 more times. A nice big step out. And back in. And one more. We step out. And back in. Now left leg. We're going to do a big step out. And in. We got 2 more. We do our big step out. And in. One more. Stepping out. And in. Now we're going to step out to the right and stay there. Keep those legs spreading wide if possible. Have the right arm come down just a little bit. It's going to press into the thigh, and the thigh presses back. If you feel okay here, the left arm comes up. Now, this doesn't have to be a big lean. You can feel enough of a engagement in the sides, a little muscular engagement, strength through the belly, without leaning too far into it. We're just going to hold here, keep the legs spreading wide. Good. Then you're going to release the arms, leave the legs where they are. You're just going to bend through the elbow on that right side. Place the forearm on the thigh. Bring the left hand to the hip. Lean a little bit to the the right, keep some strength in your belly. And if your neck feels okay, you're going to look up towards the ceiling. You are trying to keep the chest open, so keep that left shoulder pulling slightly back. Hold here. Gently release. You're going to sit back up with this. And we're going to change sides. So we step this back in. Left foot steps out to the left. Again, the left arm's going to come down just a little bit. You'll press the forearm into the thigh presses back. Keep some strength in the belly. And if you're feeling okay here, you bring that right arm up. You're starting to look up towards the ceiling and breathe. Keeping some engagement here through the core, some strength in the back. Stay strong in the belly. Keep holding here. You're going to release the arms, but leave the legs where they are. You'll bring that left forearm to the thigh. There's still some strength in the belly. Have the right hand on the hip. Think of this right shoulder kind of pulling back. You're trying to open up a little bit through this and look up towards the ceiling if you can. We're holding here, breathing, keeping the chest open. Again, you don't have to lean too far into this. You are looking for some strength through the belly to help support the back as you have this little lean. The chest stays open, the heart is open, the right shoulder is slightly pulled back. And start to release this. You're going to sit back up with this and step it back in. Once you're back in, the feet are about hip width apart, forearms on the legs. Gently round into this, just starting to fold forward very gently. Breathe deeply. Slowly, gently sit back up through this. Now we're going to step out to the right. You're going to stay there, legs will stay wide. Just bring that left hand down and across. Only go as far as it feels right for you. Notice the body as you're holding here. You are trying to keep those knees wide. Again, that takes a little more muscular engagement through those hips, through the thighs. Stay with it. Make sure you can still breathe deeply. If you can't breathe deeply anymore, you may have gone too far. It may be a little too compressed. So you can always back it up if you need to. Stay with that full breath. Now we're going to sit back up through this. Leave the legs as they are. You can have the hands on the knees. We're just going to sit tall, and you're going to twist to look over the right shoulder. Just take a few breaths here. Keep some strength in the low belly as you're twisting to help support the back. You are looking for a twisting sensation through the waist and the rib cage. Unwind from this. You're going to step this back in. We're going to step out to the left and we'll stay there. Again, knees are spreading wide. Take that right hand down the left leg, going into that twisting sensation as you fold over the leg. Again, if you feel something right away, you would just stay there. The body can feel very different from one side to the other, so just notice. We're going to hold here, breathing deeply. Knees are still spreading wide if possible. A few more deep breaths. Keep that strength in the belly. And remember, it's that breath that will help you to loosen up in those tight places. And then we'll gently start to sit back up through this. You're going to leave the legs as they are. Hands are on the knees. You're just going to twist to look over the left shoulder. You are looking for that twisting sensation through the waist and the rib cage, looking over the shoulder. Strength in the belly. Try to keep the back and the front of the body nice and long and engaged. Keep breathing here. And gently start to unwind from this. You're going to step this back in. Once again, we'll bring the forearms to the legs. You're just going to fold gently into this. Very relaxed forward fold, rounded. Breathe deeply. gently sit back up with this. Good. From here, we're going to stomp our right foot a few times, just a gentle little stomp, feeling a vibration move up through the leg. And we'll change sides. And then you can stop. We're going to lift our right foot up, swing the foot gently forward and back. And release, and we'll switch. Swing the foot gently forward and back. And release, lift the right foot up, little ankle circles, and switch direction. And then release, we'll switch, little ankle circles, and switch direction. And release, we're gonna wiggle the toes around now. And as you wiggle the toes, you can even wiggle those fingers around, just trying to get everything kind of moving around. Imagine the blood's even flowing a little bit better down to those feet and toes. Good, and then you can stop. We're gonna lift our right foot up, little hip circles now. You can keep these small. And switch direction. Release that. We're gonna switch legs, little hip circles. And switch direction. And release. From here, we're gonna let this right knee go out and in. The foot's just gonna turn towards the outside of the foot and back in. Now you can move at your own pace with this. You're just noticing how the hip feels. Good, and then we can switch sides. Left knee goes out and in a few times. Again, take your time with this. Just notice. We'll do that one more time. Good, and then we're gonna bring the feet a little closer. Let both knees go out to the sides. The feet could turn to the outsides of the feet. You could use your hands gently on the inner thighs. I like to press just a little bit, but you also, if you're pressing, you wanna feel like you're slightly resisting that movement on those outer hips, outer glutes, just so you're staying more engaged, so that you're not overstretching. Keep breathing here, keep that length in the spine, a little strength in the belly. Then we're gonna bring this back in. You're gonna let the knees go out and in, just small and kind of fast with this, loosening up those hips some more. And then you can stop. We're gonna cross the right ankle over the left. We'll do this 3 times. We cross and release, and again. We cross and release, and one more. And release, and then we switch. We cross and release, again. Cross and release, one more. Cross and release. Good. Then we're gonna lift up our right foot. Just gonna let it hover over the ground as you sit tall. Strengthen the belly, lengthen the spine. Roll the shoulders back, heart and chest open. Release this down. You'll switch. Left foot lifts up. Keep sitting tall, breathing here. Keep that strength in the belly, lengthen the spine. And release. Right foot's gonna lift just a little bit again. If this feels easy, you could press just a bit into the thigh so you have to resist that movement. That'll just fire up those muscles a bit more. Release this and we switch. Lift just a little bit. You can press the hand gently to the thigh if you're looking for a little extra work. And release. Extend the right leg out now. Heel's gonna touch down. Flex the foot back, and you might need to scoot a little forward in your chair. Start with the hands on the chair, just so you can work on really lengthening up through this. And then try to take some of that length forward. Keep some strength in the belly, so you want to feel like you're pulling in and back through that lowest part of your belly so that your low back has support. If you'd like to add a reach, you could reach the right hand to the toes, but you don't have to. Always listening to your body, and remember, if it ever feels like you've gone too far, if something is just pulling funny, you can always back up sooner if you need to, or find that spot that's working better for you. Keep breathing deeply. gently, slowly start to sit this back up, bring this back in, and you'll change sides. Left leg goes out, heel touches down, flex the foot back. Start with sitting tall. Find that strength in your belly so that as you lean forward, you're pulling that lowest part of your belly back. You can take a few breaths here, check in with the body, and if you want to add the reach, it's fine to add a reach. If you're feeling enough without reaching, just stay there. Remember, you're always looking to find what's going to work best for your body. And it's going to vary from day to day. It's going to vary from person to person. Just breathe here. When you have found that stretch, trust that it's enough, and focus on the breathing. We're going to stay here for a few more breaths. Slowly, gently, start to sit back up with this. Bring this back in. From here, you're going to extend the right leg out just a little bit and shake it around. And then left leg and shake it around. Good. And then you can stop. We're going to gently rub the legs. So starting up on those thighs, near the hip crease. You want to get all those areas of the upper leg, inner thigh, outer thigh, underneath. If it feels good, you can also rub back by the hips or the low back. And then you can also rub going down those legs. So imagine you've got some lotion on those hands and you're really trying to work it in. Get every area of the leg that you can think of, every area that you can reach. Going down towards the ankles. Even notice your legs are feeling cool or warm. Notice how you're feeling. Just keep rubbing this a little bit more. And then we're going to bring the hands up by the hip creases and just brush going down. Trying to help the muscles relax and also help the blood flow. Brush it all off. Good. And then we can stop. We're going to brush our hands off like we're brushing off some crumbs. Like you could let go of any like aches and pains or cares or worries. We're just like done with it. And then you could start to scoot back in your chair. We are to our final deep breathing. So try to keep some length in the spine. Roll those shoulders back. Palms facing up. And you can close your eyes down. With the eyes closed, feel a settling in through the body. Deepen the breath, those full inhales and exhales. And then just notice. Notice if your mind is feeling busy and anxious, or maybe it's feeling pretty at ease today. Maybe you have a lot of thoughts, or maybe it's feeling pretty calm, or something in between. But right now you just notice. Notice the body. Noticing if there are places that are feeling pretty relaxed, or maybe even notice places that are still feeling a little tight. Notice the places that are comfortable and the ones that are uncomfortable. And then notice your heart. Notice any emotions. Notice anything that's feeling heavy, or even things that are feeling light. And now that you've noticed, let it all go. Focus on the breath and bring one thought to mind of something that you're grateful for. And then let that feeling of gratitude just sink into your heart. Like you've planted a seed that can grow. Imagine that seed is also sprinkled throughout your body. And you feel gratitude filling you up. That the only thing that matters is gratitude. As you breathe deeply in and out, you're breathing in gratitude and breathing out gratitude. And in this way, your entire body, heart, and mind can begin to relax. You start to feel more open. You feel this gratitude for the breath, gratitude for being able to do whatever movements you were able to do today. You feel gratitude for simply being. One more day to notice. One more day to love, to smile. One more day to drink hot coffee, taste a delicious bite of food. One more day around your friends. One more day to breathe. And we breathe deeply in and out, letting go of everything else. That gratitude helping us to relax and to stay present. You relax from the top of your head all the way down to your toes to your fingertips, and everything in between. Your neck and shoulders soften, your chest expands. Your back relaxes all the way down to the low back. Your legs and your arms relax and release tension. Fingertips and toes relax. Even the palms and the soles of your feet relax. And take a few more deep breaths, full of so much gratitude that you'll be able to share. One more full deep breath in, and full deep breath out. As you open your eyes again, you could wiggle the fingers and toes around, you could move the body around, stretch it out a little. And then we'll wrap it up with singing This Little Light of Mine. We'll sing it 2 times through. Here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Once more. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let